Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of myViewBoard How-Tos. If you're excited that it's Friday, type a TGIF in the comments. So, previously, I've shown you how to sign up and download, as well as the basics of how to do live teaching with myViewBoard Whiteboard for Windows. And it all culminates to today's lesson, where I will be showing you how to make engaging lessons with myViewBoard Whiteboard. And to be honest, I had a lot of fun preparing today's lesson because previously I was an EFL teacher and I really liked adding games into my lessons to make it interesting for my students. So I hope you have fun today. First off, I'll be doing a bit of a demo lesson to showcase how you could do this in your classes. And then I'll show you how you can recreate it yourself so that you can do it on your own. Okay, ready? So today's topic will be about feelings, because feelings are for feeling. So first, I want you to name some feelings. Okay, for this one, I am going to do the pop quiz feature again. So I'm going to go in my magic box like before, go to my pop quiz option. And if you have your companion app, I want you to go to the pop quiz and choose that option on your companion app, pop quiz. Write the answer of naming some feelings, and then I want you to send it, throw it to the board. Okay? If you don't have your companion app, it's okay. You can go, after this episode, go to episode 2 before, and it'll show you how to use the companion app and how to download it. If not, it's okay. We have a QR code option. So use your phone or tablet, and you can scan this QR code over here, and then you can go and sign in. And remember, if it asks you for the host name, type in MVB How-To, MVB How-To. That will be the host name. And if you don't want to do those two options, you have one more option. There is a link that you can use, and then you can still participate in the pop quiz by going to this link, which I will now copy and paste in the comment section. Okay, Control-C, Control-V. Okay, and there'll be a cool feature for the people that do respond on here. So make sure that if you have your companion app or if you have your phone, tablet, or laptop ready to go, then you'll want to participate in this part and I'll show you why later. So usually in my classes, when I teach a new topic, I like to brainstorm what they already know. So for example, since we're teaching a lesson today about feelings, I'm curious what you already know about feelings. So name some feelings. What are just some different feelings? For example, today is Friday, so I'm feeling happy. So that's a feeling because the weekend is so close. It's so close. So what are some different feelings? Name them and put it into the pop quiz and throw it onto the board. Okay. What are some different feelings? Happy, sad, what are they? And also, if you ever need the QR code, you can also click here and it'll pop up a big QR code for your students. And remember that the host name is MVB How-To. MVB How-To. So you're going to want to enter that so that you can participate in the pop quiz. Okay, I see that ting. You're very fast. Okay, let me see what you put. Happy, yes, that is a feeling. You're correct. Okay, there we go. Andy, we have a lot of Andys. Either they're all the same person or they're different people, but let's check. Okay, happy face, happy face, happy face. Okay, Andy, I have a feeling that you might be the same person and you were very happy today and you just wanted to send a bunch of them. And that's okay because today is Friday. It's Friday. So we're going to roll with that. Okay, Casey, let's see what you put. Happy. Wow. Everybody is happy today, I guess, because that's the feeling that you're putting up there. Okay, so a cool thing that I can do now is I'm going to take a screenshot of the students' names, like so. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I will split you up into teams. So team 1, whoops. Let me do the letters. Okay, team 1 and team 2. So I will put, oh, whoops. I'm going to take another screenshot of the names. And so Ting Andy, and because Andy did it more than once, I won't put his name on there. And Casey. Casey, I'll put into team 2, like so. Okay. So Ting, Andy, and Casey. So team 1, Ting and Andy, you are on team 1. Team 2, Casey, you're on team 2. Because we have 32 people on the live stream, that means some of you weren't able to quickly participate in the pop quiz option, but that's okay. So if your first name starts with A to M, you're going to be on team 1. If your first name starts with N to Z, you will be on team 2. Okay? Keep in mind your team names because later on, when we do the different games and activities, you'll need to write your team number in the comments with your answer. Okay? So remember, if you're Ting, Andy, or if your first name starts with A to M, you are team 1. If you're Casey, or your first name starts from N through Z, then you are team 2. Okay? Remember your team numbers, because if you don't write your team number in the comments, then you won't get the points for that answer. Okay. Now that we have our team set up, now we're ready for some games and activities. Okay. So first off, we're going to want to review over the different vocabulary words for today. And to start off, it's everybody's favorite word today, happy. So for this, you can go over the different words with your students. And for today's first question of the day, for points that is, I want you to write, what makes you feel happy? What things make you feel happy? So in the comment section, I'm going to want you to write your team number and what makes you feel happy. And the first 3 people to respond, I'll take a screenshot of the comments and I'll give you points for your team. So remember, you're going to want to write your team number when you put the answer. Okay. So for vocabulary words, another thing that you can do is you can pull out GIFs onto the canvas. For example, something that could make me happy is if my team won a game. So maybe if your team wins today, you'll feel happy like these minions, because minions are always happy. So see, you can pull GIFs onto the canvas to showcase the different vocabulary words. And it's a more fun and exciting way to show your vocab words. So happy. What are some other vocabulary words? Sad, angry, bored, scared, and surprised. which looks sort of like scared, but it's slightly different. So remember, write your team number and what makes you feel happy in the comments. If you want points for your team, do that now. Okay, so now that we've gone over the different vocabulary words, we can go over this. So for this one, we're going to do a different activity. And what you're going to do is you're going to guess the feeling. Guess the feeling. Oh, I think some of you did the pop quiz option. Let me check. It's Friday. Happy. Ah, okay. Andy, that's really great that you did. You submitted the answer, but for this time around, for the rest of these submitting answers, I want you to do so in the comments. So then that way I can see all of them at one time. But Andy, you did get the correct answer, or you did do the right thing. Holidays. Okay. Holidays make you happy, Casey. And I'm pretty sure, yep, same person. Okay, so Andy and Casey, I will be giving you both points. Good job on that. So let me go back here to the teams. And Andy and Casey, you'll both get points. So team 1 gets 1 point, and team 2 gets 1 point. Good job. Okay. Now let's go to the guess the feeling section. Oh, yay, we have one more. Ting put holiday will be coming. Oh, cool. I didn't realize the holiday will be coming. But Ting, since your first name starts with a T, team 2 gets a point. Good job. So that was the first 3 responses. Okay, and Ting, you responded in the comments. Good job. Okay, now we're going to go to the part of guess the feeling. So for this one, again, I want you to write down your team number, and once you figure out what it is, I want you to type in the comments your team number and what you think it is. Okay? I'm going to slowly remove the sticky notes, and you're going to try to guess what the feeling is. Okay? Ready? And remember, write down your team number or else you won't be getting any points. What do you think it is? Does that help at all? What about this? What do you think? Guess the feeling. Write your team number and what feeling you think it is. What do you think? What do you think? Happy, sad, scared, bored, angry? What do you think the feeling is? I'm purposely doing things on the side. What do you think? Okay, I'll do one more, and then that should hopefully be able to give you a better guess on what do you think the feeling is. That's a really big hint. Eyes are the window to the soul, so you can tell a lot from a person's eyes. What do you think? Guess the feeling. Remember, write your team number and what do you think the guess is? Guess what it is. Oh, remember, good job. Okay, some people have wrote the thing, but remember to write your team number, because if you don't write your team number, you can't get any points. You can change that now. Write your team number. Go, go, go. Okay, remember, team number. If you write your team number, then your team can get points. Okay, so far only Ting wrote, a few of you have written it, and you're correct. But remember, write your team number. Oh, your team number with the answer. Okay. So I'm going to do the snipping tool to show you what happened. And you guys were so close. But let me show you what I mean. So Ting, you were correct. You put your team number and the answer. So sadly, that was the only person that is able to get points for this round, because you have to remember, you have to put your number, your team number and the answer. So if you don't have both, then you won't be able to get points. Okay. Yay. Okay. So now I have 2 people that have done it correctly. And let's see. So one person did 2 happy and 2 happy. So okay, so 2 points for team 2. Good job. So remember, put in the comment section the number and your guess in order to get points. So team 2, you get 2 points. Good job. Team 2, you're doing really well. Team 1, come on, you guys can catch up. You can do it. Okay. So let's see what the picture was. Yay, you're correct. It is happy. So good job for those of you guessed happy, and even better job for those of you that put the team number and the guess. Remember to put both if you want points for your team. Okay, now that we've gone over the vocabulary, now we'll go over the sentence pattern. So, how do you feel today? How do you feel today? And the sentence pattern is, I feel blah, blah, blah. So, again, we're going to do a participative activity today. So how do you feel today? You're going to write in the comments your answer. I feel blah, blah, blah. But remember, I'll be taking a screenshot. So write something that you're comfortable sharing. So you're going to write your team number and you're going to write, I feel what? Remember to put your team number so that you can get points. Okay? So how do you feel today? Team number, remember. Okay, and for your students, what you can do is you can pull out this handy 3D dice and you can go over the different emotions with your students and you can have them say it out loud. For example, I feel happy because it's Friday. And I feel angry. So if you're doing a video conferencing and you're teaching lower levels, then maybe you can make it interesting for your students and you can do little voices with them to express the different emotions. So for example, I feel surprised. And you can go over the different reasons why with your students. So this 3D dice is quite useful because then you can practice the different vocabulary with your students. Okay. Let's see. And remember, for the comment section, write down your team number and the answer. I feel blah, blah, blah. Team number. Okay. And let me take a screenshot to show you. Okay, Ting, you didn't put your number on this one, but on this one you did put your number and your team won, so you get a point for team 1. Good job. So team 1, going back to the team scoreboard, and Ting, good job. You get a point for team 1. So team 1 is catching up. Come on, team 2, team 1. Both of you guys, go, go, go. Okay. Now, after you've done the board game and after you've done the vocabulary and the sentence, if you want to review over the lesson with your students or you have a review day before a test, you can play board games with them. So for this one, on the board game, if you have, if the student lands on a yellow square, then they just say the word. And you can pull out that handy dice again, and then they can just say the word. So if you're video conferencing, they can just say the word out loud in the video conferencing. Okay, if they land on an orange space, then they have to actually spell the word. And blue, they have to say, how do you feel today? And they have to answer it out loud. If they land on the green, they have to write, how do they feel today? Okay, for this one, since we aren't able to do the board game activity itself because we're not doing video conferencing right now, what I'm going to do instead is my question for you is I want you to spell the word, and I'm going to spin it now, and I want you to write your team number and spell the word, okay? Team number and spell this word. What is this word? Which one is it? So in the comments, write your team number and spell the word. And while you're doing that, I'm going to take another screenshot of some of the responses before, and I will give you points. ViewSonic, you responded twice. So I guess 2 different people from ViewSonic responded. So number 2, number 3, and Ting already gave you a point before, I think. So team 2 and team 3, I'll give you points. Okay, so I'll go back into the comments and I'll give you points for that. Team 2, wait, there's no team 3. Okay, then only team 2, I'll give you 1 more point. And Ting, I gave you 1 point before. Okay, for the board game activity, remember, put the answer. Which one is this? Write your team number and the answer. Remember, team number. If you don't, you won't get points. And I just heard a ding, so I think somebody did it from through the magic box. Okay. This one was for the previous one, so that I already gave points for that one. Okay, and remember to write it in the comment section. So from now on, if you do it in the magic box, I'm not going to give you points because my instructions were to put it in the comment section. So remember to put it in the comment section. And definitely remember, team number, team number. If you don't, then you won't get points. Okay, so let me explain the rest of this board game. So these are the little pieces. So for students in the different teams, you can give them colors. For example, team 1, you are red. Team 2, you are purple. And then they can use these pieces to move around the board when they spin the dice. And for the dice, let me show you that one. Okay. So this is the spinning dice for when they roll for the board game. And what I did for this one is the points that they can roll is 1, 2, 3, and then -2, -1. And I like to do a little punishment sometimes. So the one that I do is dance. So if the students spin and they land on dance, then they have to do a little dance. So if you're doing video conferencing, then they would do a little dance in front of their classmates. For some students, that's a punishment. For other students, maybe they actually enjoy it. So maybe it's not a punishment for them. It depends. So you can do that for the dice, and you'll use that for the game. Okay, so I see that I have some responses. Let's go back into this page, and I'll also show you how you can split up your teams. So if you go back to the team page, and if you have your list of students, what you can do is you can give them numbers. For example, Ting, you are number 1 on team 1. Andy, you're number 2. Casey, you're number 1. So for example, if I ask the number 1s to go first, then they will be the first ones to play the board game. Okay. So let me take another screenshot and show you the answers that people put for the question that I asked before so that I can give you some points. Okay. So right now, team 2 gets a point. Team 2 gets a point, surprise, good job. Team 1 also gets a point, good job. And There's no team number. No team number. Remember, put your team number so that your team can get points. So team 1 and team 2, you both get 1 point. Okay, good job. Okay, now we're back to the board game. So this is a board game that you can play with your students. And the color key, remember that you can change it up however you'd like. So now that I've shown you a few of the games that you can play with your students, now I'll show you how you can recreate it for yourself. Okay, so for the sticky note game, what I did was I went into my handy magic box and I went to image search and I searched for happy. And I chose the happy boy because he seems really happy. You just drag and drop it onto the canvas like so. So then that will be the bottom layer, will be the picture. And now you go back into that magic box and you go to the sticky note option. And usually I want to try to move it up to the top, the sticky note box, because later on when you put the sticky notes onto the canvas, it'll cover up that thing and you want to be able to access it so you can put multiple sticky notes. So if you keep on clicking, then you can put multiple sticky notes onto the canvas like so. And then you're just going to want to layer up on top of the picture. So then you can cover it up and layer it with the sticky notes like so. So that's how you make the sticky note guessing game. And then you can do this for yourself. And for the sticky notes, what you can do, for example, oh, these two blue colors, you can always change the sticky note color over here. Just click on the sticky note and then you can adjust the color to something else. For example, you can change it to orange. Another thing that you can do is you can change the display order, the layering of it. So if you click here, you can move it up or down and then move it up again. So you can change the layering of the sticky notes. And another cool thing is once you decide to do a different picture, what you can do is you can click on the, move the sticky notes away so that you have an area where you can click on the picture. You just click on the picture, you can delete it, and then maybe you want to pull out a different one. So I can come here and what about sad? If I wanted to put a sad picture on the thing. Oh, these kids look sad. So you just drag and drop it onto the canvas like so. And then what you can do is use that layering option again. And you're going to want to layer it. And you can put it all the way down, send to the very back. Oh, that's too back. So you can want to move it forward. There you go. So now you bring it forward and then you can put another different picture. So that way you don't even have to delete the sticky notes. You can do different pictures underneath it and play different sticky note guessing games with your students. So that is one way you can use the sticky notes. Okay, now on to showcase how to do the dice. So for the dice, we showed the picture of the different feelings dice. So I'll show you how you can make that for yourself. So you're going to go into the magic box again, because the magic box is really magical. It has so many useful tools for teachers. You're going to go to the tools option and you're going to pick the 3D dice over here. Okay. And for the dice, you can change it up. You can do different amounts of dice. And then you can go into settings, and this is where you want to go to change the picture. So you can do words or write numbers or letters on here. Or what you can do is if you go here to the tool over here, you can do pictures. And the way that I got the pictures for the feelings, I went back into my magic box. I did an image search, and this time for feelings, because feelings are for feeling. And I picked the one with the emojis over here, and I drag and dropped it onto the board. So now for the different emojis, I just chose the 6 vocabulary words that I wanted. So I just go to here, screenshot tool again, go over here to screenshot a rectangular area, and then I can screenshot the different emotions and then just place it onto the canvas, like so. So happy and angry. And I see that I snipped a little bit too much, so then I can also crop the picture. And now I can put it on directly to the dice. So if you go like this, it won't work like this. So what you want to do is make sure that you have a yellow square around the picture that you want to put into the dice. So see the yellow square? And then once you have the yellow square, then you drag and drop it and you can put it into the dice. And then you can put in the happy picture. So then you can just screenshot these different emojis and then put the ones that you wanted onto your dice. And then when you collapse it, it'll be a spinny thing with all 6 of them if you put all 6. The other thing that you can do is you can change the color of your dice. So that changes the background color. And you can also change the transparency. So for example, right now, it's not as transparent, but if I click over here and do this, now it's transparent. So for myself, I like to make it transparent because I like to be able to move it around the board and not cover up too many things. So that is the dice. And let me show you the rolling dice. So this is the rolling dice that I used for the board game. And for this one, I did it a bit different because I put the numbers and dance. And you can change it up however you want. For me, another one that I really like to do is I put rock, paper, scissors. So for this one, it's special because if a student lands on rock, paper, scissors, what happens is that I give them 2 choices. So if they're going to rock, paper, scissors with the teacher, with me, and if they win, then they get a really good prize. If they lose, they get a really bad punishment. For example, if they rock, paper, scissors and they win, maybe they'll get +3 points for their whole team. And if they lose, maybe they have to go back to the starting point on the board. So you can choose whatever rewards or punishments that you want to put for the rock, paper, scissors. And I know for lower level students, they really enjoy this activity because they get excited because they're like, oh, you got to win. We don't want to go to the start of the board. Or you can put like a bomb if you're getting points. And then if the student loses, then boom, all of their points are gone. It's like a bomb. So you can choose different things for this one. It's a fun option that you can add to your dice. Okay, now for how to do the board game. But before we do that, I'm going to ask you one more question, and then hopefully you'll be able to get points for your team. Remember, put the team number. You're going to want to put the team number. If you don't, your team won't get points. Last reminder. And this one especially, because this one will be worth 2 points. 2 points for the first 3 people that write this correctly. Where can you find the sticky notes and 3D dice? On Whiteboard for Windows, where can you find the sticky notes and 3D dice? And remember, type it in the comments with your team number and the answer. And we've covered this one a lot in previous episodes and today. Where can you find the sticky notes and 3D dice inside of Whiteboard for Windows? Okay, remember, put your number and then the answer. Okay, so let's see what's behind this question while you guys are doing that. Remember, team number, team number. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to show you how to make the board, how to do the color key, and how to add the little pieces onto the board. And so this is how you can use sticky notes. Sticky notes are really good for instructions because you can write the instructions here and it'll, when you click on it, it'll zoom up and out. But the thing is, for sticky notes, the maximum size is 80 for the font. So what I did was, for these sticky notes to create the board, I'll show you. So you go back into that handy something and you click the sticky note option. And let's say I want to do the start page. So remember, for the sticky notes, you want to move it to the top. That way, when a sticky note pops up, it doesn't cover up the toolbar if you want to put multiple sticky notes. Okay. And then what I did was I created a text overlay. Because remember, if you do those sticky notes normally, the maximum font size is 80. But if you want a larger font size, what you can do is do the text overlay option. And then I did my start for my board game. So for this one, you can just resize it like that and put it onto the board game. So that's how I created the board game, by using the sticky note and the text overlay option. And then you can just create the board game however you like, however winding turns that you want. And how did I create these up, down, side arrows? What I did was, on your keyboard, like so, I'm going to put this layer up so you can see what I mean. Okay, so on your keyboard, you'll have these options on your keyboard. For example, the up is where the 6 is. Down would be a V. Left and right are next to the M on your keyboard. And for the purposes of the board game that I used, I did not use the left-hand button, because I just went in one direction, this way. So it's up to you. If you do plan on using that, these are the options to do so here. And that also explains how I did this. So you see how I dragged the question up? This is also from those buttons. So this is the up button from the right where the 6 button is. So you can just do that easily on your keyboard. And then you can have this little manipulator that you can just roll up like that. So remember, on your keyboard, you can use these options. And then you can use that to create the board game. So that's how I created the board. Okay, now for the color key. For the color key, you can do different activities for the color key part. So for mine, it was for lower level students. So it was really easy to just talking about different feelings. If you have upper level students, you can just change it to make it different to fit their needs. So you can choose whatever you'd like for the keys. And this is also with the sticky notes. Okay, now for the pieces. The pieces are also quite easy. You just go to the shape tool and you just draw a circle. You can choose the color of your circle. For example, I want red. So you can just do red and then fill in the color with red again. And now I have a color piece that I can manipulate on the canvas. And if it's behind the sticky notes, it's okay. You can just go into the layering option and you can move it up if it's behind the sticky notes. So that is how you do the pieces. And basically that's all you need. And then you can create your own little board game. Okay, let's see the answers and let's see what people did. I hear a ding sound, so somebody used the magic box. But remember, I wanted you to do it in the comments this time around. So let's see the answers. Let me go back to the snipping tool, and then I'm going to snip the comments to see who got the correct answer. Let's see. So remember, this one was for 2 points. So team 1 and team 2. Okay, good job. So team 2, you get 2 points. Team 1, you get 2 points. And who is the third person? Oh, ViewSonic, the person in ViewSonic. You guys got 2 points for team 1. So team 1, you got 4 points. Team 2, you got 2 points. So I'm going to go over here and go back to the team board. So team 1 got 4 points. Team 2, 2 points. So, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and team 2 got 2 points. Was that correct? 4 points and 2 points. Yeah. Okay, so team 2, good job. You guys got 8 points. And team 1, you got 7 points, which is also quite a good job too. It was a very close call. Really good job on both teams. But team 2, you guys won, so you guys get lots of brownie points. And it's Friday, so you should be happy either way, whether you win or lose. Okay, so who won? Oops. Who won the board game? Team 2, congrats. Team 2, congrats. Good job. Okay, whoops. Now, which part was your favorite? So I'm curious, which parts were your favorite? For the different activities that I showed you, which part was your favorite? Just write it in the comments. Which things did you like? So we went over like the sticky notes, the dice, and we also went over how to do the little arrows and the board games. So of the different activities, which part was your favorite? Okay, so that was our lesson for today. I hope you had fun doing the different games and activities, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday because it's really close to the weekend. So have fun and enjoy it, and I hope you are happy. Okay, see you next time.